Bismillah, walhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. We're going to attempt to cover the farewell, at least some portion of the farewell pilgrimage, and it starts at page number 400. After the accomplishment of the call, the proclamation of the message, and the establishment of a new society on the basis of there is no God but Allah, there is no Lord but Allah, and on Muhammad's mission sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam, a secret call uprose in the heart of Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, telling him that his stay in the world was about to end. That was clear in his talk to Mu'ad radiallahu anhu, whom he dispatched to Yemen in the 10th year of Al-Hijriyyah. O Mu'ad, you may not see me after this year. You may even pass by this very mosque of mine and my grave. Upon hearing that, Mu'ad cried for fear that he would part with Allah's Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Allah's care was so bounteous as to let the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam see the fruits of his call, for the sake of which he suffered a various sorts of troubles for over 20 years, in the way that at that time of Hajj, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the people and representatives of the Arab tribes of the outskirts of Mecca should gather so that they may consult him and learn the laws of legislation of Al-Islam from him. And in return he would take their testimony that they had delivered the trust, communicated the message, and counseled the people. So that year, according to the wish of the Lord, Allah's Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam announced his intentions for Hajj. Enormous crowds of people came to Al-Madinah, all of whom seek the guidance and leadership of Allah's Messenger sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wasallam in the pilgrimage. On a Saturday of the last 4 days of Dhul Qa'dah, the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wasallam started the departure preparations. He combed his hair, applied some perfume, wore his garment, saddled his camel, and set off in the afternoon. He arrived at Dhul Hulayfa before the afternoon prayer. He performed 2 rakas and spent the night there. When it was morning, he said to his companions, أتاني الليلة آت من ربي فقال صل في هذا الوادي المبارك وقل عمرة في حجة. A comer sent by my Lord has called on me tonight and said, pray in this blessed valley and say, I intend Umrah combined with Al-Hajj. Before performing the noon prayer, he bathed for the Ihram, which is again the sacred state of pilgrimage, and Aisha radiallahu anha perfumed him with her hand on both his body and head with the darira, a plant, and with a perfume containing musk. This thick, sticky layer of perfume could be seen among his parts of hair and beard. He left it unwashed, wore his clothing of ihram. He performed the noon prayer, shortening 2 rak'ahs. Still at his prayer place, he proclaimed that he was about to perform the Hajj associated with Umrah. Then said, Labayk Allahumma labayk, I am at your service, O Allah. I am at your service. He then came out and mounted his shikamu al-qaswa and said Labayk. When he moved into the open fields, he again said Labayk. He proceeded with his journey till he approached Mecca. He spent the night at the Tuwa. This is where he spent the night. After performing the morning prayer, he had a bath and entered Mecca. It was the morning of Saturday, the 4th of Dhul Hijjah. In the 10th year of Hijriyyah, he spent 8 days on the way, which was an average period. As soon as he entered Al-Masjid Al-Haram, he circumambulated the Kaaba and walked to and from Safa, between Safa and Al-Marwa. He did not finish the Ihram after it because he was already intending Umrah and Al-Hajj, and having with him Al-Hadi, the sacrificial animal. After finishing the sa'i, he camped on a high place of Mecca, Al-Hujjun. He did not perform any circumambulation after that except the circumambulation of Al-Hajj. Those of his companions who had no hadi with them to sacrifice were ordered to change ihram for Umrah and circumambulation of the Kaaba and walk ritually to and from between Safa and Marwa. After that, they could relieve themselves from ihram. They, however, showed reluctance to what they had been told. Thereupon Allah's Messenger ﷺ said, "Had I known beforehand what I knew later, I would not have brought the hadi with me, and if I did not have the hadi, I would have been relieved of it." On hearing these words, his companions obeyed his orders. On the 8th night of Dhul Hijjah, that is the day of Tarwiyah, he left for Mina and stayed there till the morning of the 9th of Dhul Hijjah. He performed the noon, the afternoon, the evening, the night, and the morning prayers there, 5 prayers in Mina. Then he stayed for a while until the sun rose. Then he moved till he reached Arafah, where there was a tent built for him at Namira. He sat inside it till the sun went down. He ordered that Al-Qaswa, his she-camel, should be prepared for him. They settled it and had it ready. So he went down the valley where 124 or 40,000 people were gathering around him. There he stood and delivered the following speech. أيها الناس اسمعوا قولي فإني لا أدري لعلي لا ألقاكم بعد عامي هذا بهذا الموقف أبدا. إن دماءكم وأموالكم حرام عليكم كحرمة يومكم هذا في شهركم هذا في بلدكم هذا. O people, listen to what I say. I do not know whether I will ever meet you at this place after this year. Your blood, your property, and your honor are all sacred as this day, this month, and this city. Then he adds, ألا كل شيء من أمر الجاهلية تحت قدمي موضوع ودماء الجاهلية موضوعة وإن أول دم أضع من دمائنا دم ابن ربيعة ابن الحارث وكان مسترضعا في بني سعد فقتلته هذيل ورباء الجاهلية موضوعة وأول ربا أضع من ربا عباس ابن عبد المطلب فإنه موضوع كله. Behold, all practices of paganism and ignorance are now under my feet. The blood revenge of the days of ignorance are remitted. The first claim on blood I abolish is that of Ibn Rabi'a bin Harith, who was being nursed in the tribe of Sa'id and whom Hudayl killed. Usury is forbidden, and I make a beginning by remitting the amount of interest which Abbas ibn Abdul Muttalib has to receive. Verily, it is remitted entirely. فاتقوا الله في نسائكم فإنكم أخذتموهن بأمان الله وأستحللتم فروجهن بكلمة الله ولكم عليهم أن لا يوطئن فروشكم أحد تكرهونه فإن فعلن ذلك فاضربوهن ضربا غير مبرح ولهن عليكم رزقهن وكسوتهن بالمعروف. Inshallah, we will stop here and we will pick it up from the continuation. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك تبارك اسم ربك وتعالى جدك ولا إله غيرك ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. So this is page number 402. Page number is 402. Assalam.